In happier devblog news than last week, we actually have a deep dive into one of the new heists releasing in the next update, the free Diamond District. If you're wondering where the roadmap is, so am I. My frustration is mostly that they bothered to set a time frame for releasing this, a roadmap for the roadmap essentially. It's a silly move to drop dates on things when your track record is so bad, and we all know you need to stay in line with the expectations of your publishing overlords. But that's all hearsay because they've only gone and done it again with the focal point of today's blog post, giving this heist a specific launch date in its teaser trailer, meaning we can be absolutely certain that the entire update, including DLC 3, Land of the Free, will be releasing on the 19th of August, exactly 10 days away. With that in mind, it's time to get at least a little excited for what Diamond District has to offer, as according to this blog post, it is a Payday 3 original heist, but one that leans heavily on the concepts introduced in Payday 2's classic 4 stores for inspiration. This means it's very clearly a loot-focused heist, with our primary objective likely being to steal a certain value of jewelry via whatever means we see fit. In this way, the focus seems to have been creating a fun sandbox to play around in, with 5 different store locations to work through and a solid range of likely approaches. From this blog, we now know that Beckett will be contracting the heist, likely via Shade, further establishing him as the most inexplicable contractor in the entire game, who just shows up when there's no one else around for the role. What this blog doesn't mention is the fact that Almir confirmed on his stream that none other than Ilya Petrusik, a founding member of Overkill and long-time level design lead for both Payday the Heist and Payday 2, has supported the creation of this one. As I understand, his studio, Lion Game Lion, has been mostly fulfilling temporary contract work to stay afloat in recent years after Raid World War II struggles, so it's great to see him and his team back on a Payday project. I have a lot of faith in their design skills when given the time, and if you need any evidence of that, look no further than Payday 2's iconic Golden Grin Casino. Given his background, I really am excited for this one, and I'm hopeful he and the team have managed to get the most out of Payday 3's mechanics, which will be unfamiliar to his design style. It should properly reward hybrid play, lean into making a smash and grab approach actually fun and genuinely engaging, and give the 100% stealth crowd something to keep them really busy. I suspect, much like the original 4 stores, we'll be able to pick and choose which of the jewelers we even attempt to take on, and I look forward to seeing the difference between pure speedruns of this heist and actual all-loot attempts. From a gameplay perspective, I'm actually more excited for this heist than I am for Houston Breakout, because I think this is a great opportunity to fill lots of those gaps we see in Payday 3's gameplay loop, and particularly in terms of that heisting fantasy. Smaller scope heists can be excellent when designed properly, trading large set pieces for gritty thievery that when placed within the right sort of sandbox can be some of the most creative fun you'll have in any Payday game. It's the core foundation of classics such as Shadow Raid, and is a type of experience that's gone completely missing in Payday 3, which has generally favoured mid-scale heists, not hitting those glorious highs, but also missing those grassroots experiences too. I also think it'll be fun to see how Payday 3's social stealth mechanics play into the busy Diamond District. It seems like a match made in heaven. Paired with Houston Breakout in the same update, which I'm expecting to be suitably bombastic, we could finally see these 2 gaps in our heisting repertoire filled simultaneously. I'm also hoping its sandbox nature will do it a world of good in terms of replayability, something that's been sorely lacking since launch. Even if it isn't full of RNG, due to the vast number of routes to completion, the hope is that different approaches to handling this heist are encouraged, satisfy a myriad of playstyles, and make repeat attempts fun. The key to this is obviously in each individual objective design, but also in the heist reward flow. I think it's crucial they've balanced the IP and cash earning potential for this heist, as that's also important when it comes to encouraging repeat plays and experimentation. I'm hoping for a sizable all-loot bonus, because systematically robbing our way through 5 separate businesses seems like hard work worthy of a decent reward. Dirty Ice tries to fulfill a similar niche in the heist market, but doesn't see much play outside of smash and grab speedruns due to its miserable reward spread. The endless cloakers and repetitive spawns probably don't help either. Whilst we don't have tons to go off with just this write-up, short teaser trailer and screenshots, it wouldn't be a Kknowley video without some rampant speculation. Based on this image used to advertise the heist, I guess there is some sort of major hidden jewel for us to seek out, although it's not that clear in which store that will be found. It would be incredible if each had its own hidden loot type though. Looking at the stores themselves, they appear to be a variety of sizes, ranging from the large and swanky with this ring, to the tiny and slightly sleazy looking Glimmer. We can see all 5 stores from afar in at least one of the screenshots. Starting on the right side we have with this ring, which is next door to A&K Jewelry, this smaller sign with Chinese characters. And further along is what I assume to be Glimmer based on the colour scheme of its signposting. On the left side we have JE, I think, which we see the interior of in this image, with its upper floor backing onto the scaffolding, which will likely be a silent entry point, and further down the road is one unnamed store that we don't get a proper look at, although if my mapping is correct, we can see a guard on its second floor through the large open glass windows visible from inside Glimmer. I like that all the stores seem to have unique types of security and display their goods differently, making each one a distinct challenge, likely with varying rewards. I've already noticed a QR code lock and a glass alarm system in place to make things more difficult. I also wonder if the sorting machine will make a return from Dirty Ice, although it would need to be much more rewarding for me to even consider making use of it this time around. One of the most interesting elements of a heist like this one though is of course moving between the stores, especially in stealth, which was an issue 4 stores had back in Payday 2. Obviously, it seems that the level has been designed in such a way as to accommodate silent crossings from shop to shop, with debris laid out to cover your movements. However, the dev blog also mentions a unique new mechanic within the centre of the street to assist even further with this. Honestly, I have no idea what they mean, as it's specified that this can be done from a distance, so assumedly it's some sort of remote distraction we can employ, but your guess is as good as mine as to what that will exactly entail. In fact, drop your guesses down in the comments, I'd love to hear them. That said, that's about all I can say about Diamond District before we get our hands on the new heist a week next Monday. It's an exciting period for the game, and after the madness of last weekend, it's really important that they get a big win here. I am pleased though still that they turned things around and Ammo Funnel will be staying as it was. I'm wishing the guys the best of luck with this update, I hope it's a huge success. Oh, and there's also a Steam sale running for the game this week, which is now 50% off ahead of the launch of DLC 3, if any of this information has piqued your interest. Personally, I'd say wait and see how the DLC is reviewed on launch day. Take care, have a great weekend, and I'll see you all very soon. A huge thank you to my dedicated Patreon backers. If you want to join this crew in going infamous, check out the link below and pledge as little as $2 to see your name in the credits, or get 24-hour early access to future videos and vote on upcoming content. Take care, I'll see you all soon.